two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast, shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E, the two dudes with the attitudes to bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.
What's up, everyone? You're listening to the hottest pro wrestling podcast in the world, Two Dudes with Attitudes. My friends, as always, it's with Ryan Enjoys Wrestling and the Heartbreak Dude, Denton. And you are lucky enough that you are tuned in to our WWE with Odyssey Jones edition. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, because that's a New Day reference. Y'all get it. Stop. So so welcome to our WWE edition. We're always excited to be here. What's up? Let us hear.
I was going to say, before we get started, do you want to take a bet on who's turning heel in that whole faction?
Right now, on record,
the internet seems divided. I mean, the internet seems unanimous that it's going to be Xavier Woods, but I think it's going to be Kofi Kingston.
So you did a TikTok post. Yeah. You did a TikTok post. It's catching on. So go find it. Ryan Enjoys Wrestling on TikTok. Do it now or else. And you blew my mind because I wasn't thinking that at all. But with that said, I'm still going with Xavier Woods. It has to be only because they have the stupid Final Testament involved. Like, why would they be involved unless Xavier goes? Or Kofi turns on him and maybe then he goes to the final. I don't know. But why is the Final Testament? Was the Final Testament there just to get Kofi to turn heel? So then it kind of leaves Xavier out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I agreed with your whole thing. Like, you convinced me. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope it happens so you can be correct. And then everyone will tell you that they already knew that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Just get ready. When you predict something, it's obvious.
Somebody else will make the same video. It'll get 50,000 likes and a bunch, and they'll be like, "He's a genius. Give this guy the script." I'm like,
right?
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
That's what always happens.
Always. But let's get into it because we got a hot SmackDown to talk about. We got a hot Monday Night Raw to talk about. We even got a hot NXT to talk about. We got our segments, our most valuable and least valuables. But before we go, we want to do a quick moment of silence for a pro wrestler that we lost this week. Somebody who made a huge change in WCW, not only writing, but being a pro wrestler. I think he left his stamp on, and I think he'll never be forgotten. But we had lost one Kevin Sullivan this week. So if we can do a quick moment of silence for Kevin Sullivan and his family. But yes. So our condolences goes out to everybody, friends, family, fans who loved him. And, we said we weren't going to bring it up. I'm not going to, but I just hope people remember Kevin for other things other than what happened with the awful debacle in pro wrestling. So, and I don't just mean as accusing. I'm talking about just when people think, it's always like, oh, that's that guy who had that happen to him or whatever else with his wife. So I hope he remembers more because he was a pretty damn genius in pro wrestling script writing and coming up with, creative ideas and so on like that. And a lot of ideas in WCW's heydays when they were taking over WWE for 83 straight weeks, plus even more weeks, not counted in that. He was a main creative writer in that. So, and Bischoff says it to this day. So, I mean, he gets a lot of props and he should have, I don't know why WWE never took him. It was always kind of strange. I don't think he ever had a run in creative in WWE, but so rest in peace. We lost a good one. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was only 74 too, which is still relatively young in this day and age. And the thing is they don't make people like wrestling doesn't have people like that anymore. He's been involved with wrestling since the 1970s, and like to me that's 50 years of experience and 50 years of knowledge and 50 years of like that doesn't happen. It doesn't just happen in wrestling anymore. It doesn't happen in corporate America. The days of people staying at one place for 30 years are gone. People are going from one company to another. They're going from here to there. But this man was involved in wrestling for, he had to have been a sponge of knowledge. And, I wish, condolences to his family because, we lost a good one.
I agree. Now with that, You ready for some SmackDown?
I am. Let's do it, man.
We were pumped for this SmackDown, and boy, did it disappoint a little bit. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Our man and your American hero, Cody Rhodes, opens the show and wants to defend the gold at Bash in Berlin. Apologies. The Bloodline interrupt, and Solo wants another title shot because Roman cost them his. And out comes Kevin Owens to run off the Bloodline. So guess what? Cody gives Kevin Owens a title shot. But guess what? Kevin Owens doesn't want it. The Street Profits defeat A-Town Down Under. Womp womp. Those guys just went to Raw, won a match, and right back to their brand jobbing. After that, Nick Aldis tells Kevin Owens he's getting the title shot. Get over it. Sorry, Kevin. Tiffany Stratton is planning Nia Jax's championship celebration when Pretty Deadly asks her to do the same for them when they win the belts later on in the future. Chelsea Green and Stratton bicker. Jade Cargill literally squashes Alba Fire. Isn't she supposed to be like a title champion? It's weird. After the match, Blair Davenport helps with the beatdown until Naomi makes the save. LA Knight, out for a chat with new music. And he says the same shit. When Escobar cuts him off and claims he'll beat him, Giovanni Vinci, baby. He's coming back to SmackDown soon. But it looks like he's an NXT person. So I liked his NXT persona. Looks like that's what he is, a rich, selfish Italian or whatever he was. Wasn't he Italian? Vinci?
Yeah. And then he changed it when he joined Imperium.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he was German. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Santos Escobar defeats Andrade by the tights to earn a title shot at LA Knight. Yeah. DIY defeat Pretty Deadly. So there goes their tag team title shot. The Bloodline are out for a chat, and Solo wants to be acknowledged. He tells Roman, if you want this necklace, come get it. So Roman literally comes out, destroys Tama Tonga, destroys Tonga Loa with ease. Jeka Fatu is not there, ladies and gentlemen. Roman spears Tama Tonga through the barricade to close the show, and that's the SmackDown review. I loved everything Roman said about it. I don't know why I'm saying that, because I literally dogged you last week about Rhea and Dom, and I'm like, give it a week, bro. And I'm like, I want answers.
No. I'm gonna be honest, like that. I was disappointed. I mean, I loved what they did. Like I like what they did. I think what they did was fine. It was good stuff. Roman is back on our screens and he's kicking ass. And the thing I like is that he did all this on his own. You know, I think people were asking for Jimmy to come back. People wanted Paul Heyman to come back, but he's taking this fight all on his own, which is what the big knock on him was when he was champion. He can't win matches on his own. Here he is beating the Bloodline down on his own. So I was happy to see it. He's the biggest. He's super over. We got Roman Reigns successfully over as a babyface. I can't believe that ever happened. But I was a little disappointed we didn't get a promo. I was disappointed we didn't get to hear from Roman about where he's been, what he's been up to.
Agreed.
Why did he choose SummerSlam as his opportunity to come back? Solo's been calling himself the tribal chief now for a couple of months. So why did he wait until SummerSlam? How did Solo get the Ula Fala? Why did he help Cody Rhodes? Like, there were so many things that I want answers to. And, I'm not convinced we're going to get answers on SmackDown because he's not advertised for any other SmackDowns going forward. So I think this might be where they write him off TV again and the Bloodline outnumbers him and he's off TV for another couple of weeks or something. So I don't know.
You better stop with that.
I hope I'm wrong
on this week.
He is on this week. But he's not.
Okay, we get answers this week. No, we get them.
Yeah, I could see him like coming out, grabbing a mic, and then the Bloodline like beats him down, so we don't get any answers or something. But
no,
yeah, I hope I'm wrong because we need answers. We need answers.
Well, and he has to keep being on the show because the Bloodline needs something to do. Who else are they? Cody's moved on, so I know he came out for the Cody thing, but I think Cody's moved on. Obviously, we need some type of Roman hanging out. I agree with you on everything, and like you mentioned on a TikTok or maybe it was just to me, I forget, but that Roman took him out with ease. It kind of took away from the Survivor Series possible matchup, and Roman could just beat them all up. But a new person could be added in and change the dynamic. Plus, no Fatu, which you are right. I'm reading, unless it's Meltzer, that they don't want Jacob Fatu and Roman in the same place at the same time. Maybe they're the same person. I don't know. We'll get there. But I do think Roman will talk next week. And like I said, the answers I want is where the hell were you for 3 months? Like, if you're still the tribal chief, then you're not here. Number 2, how the hell did you get your necklace that I just showed today on a TikTok? If you want to check it out, HBD Denton on TikTok, that it's like the Lord of the Rings, right? Like, he got it and he was like, precious.
Yeah, I got the power.
And then
I got the power.
Yeah. And then Samatonga or whatever knocked it out of his head, and he grabbed it and he was kind of like, precious. And then he was like, oh, then he gave it to Solo, and Solo was like, my precious. And like, I'm like, okay, does this thing give you? It's like the urn from the Undertaker. Remember, he used to like do it, and the Undertaker would like, and then Mankind took it. He didn't have the you sound like, never mind. So then, and then the last thing I want to know is Paul Heyman. You let your boy, your wise man, straight get his butt kicked and waited another 3 weeks to come out and get Solo. So I want some answers. I think we're going to get them next week, and I'm hoping it'll make SmackDown a little bit better. It's funny because SmackDown obviously has been the less good show, right, compared to Raw. But if you really break down SmackDown, which I do in these things, they have a champion who's talked about, a faction who are doing things, and contenders in between. They show the women wrestlers. They have a tag team stuff going on. They have young guns. They have old guys. They have stories going through. But what's missing? Like, why is it dragging? I don't buy what your friend said about it being Roman Reigns, but something is missing on SmackDown. But we can keep talking about it, but it's just there's something there.
Yeah, I think it's really, I think what's missing is stories. I think it feels like a lot of things are just kind of randomly thrown together.
Are you talking about Cody and Kat? I mean, the Bloodline, that's been a story for 12 years.
Yeah, the Bloodline.
Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax. I mean, Bailey, that's a story. Who else? We still have, LA Knight now as a champion with Escobar, was feuding with him before. You're building stuff. DIY trying to get their titles back. I mean, you have, they lost Randy Orton, which hurt.
Yeah, I think it's
which I
really
still don't
star
understand
power
how Randy
too.
went there.
Yeah. Star power, and then like why do I care about? And this is no knock on Jade Cargill at all, but they haven't really given me a reason to invest in Jade Cargill, and she's having the same matches that she was having in AEW. It's just all these squash matches. She hasn't really done anything of note in the ring, and this week she destroyed Alba Fire, and I know that we're probably getting the potential Bianca or Jade turn on one of them, and there's a story there, but like I feel like she's lost her aura. And then the Street Profits versus A-Town Down Under this week. I mean, two teams that lose all the time. Yippee, DIY losing again. Like, it just feels like, I don't know, like pretty DIY beating Pretty Deadly. I don't know. I don't know what SmackDown's missing, but it needs the spark. And that's why I was hoping Roman would talk, and then we would kind of get some advancement made in that, and kind of help us look forward to next week. And it doesn't help that the Bloodline with the tag team championships are involved with the Roman stuff. Like, I wish that they were involved more in the tag division. That way it's like, okay, the Bloodline's, Solo's feuding with Roman, but the Tongans are feuding with the other DIY or the other tag team. And then I would be a little bit more invested, but it feels like it's all or nothing with some of their champions.
I mean, you pretty much nailed that perfectly. I mean, it's a star power for one. Like, the Bloodline definitely are not the Judgment Day right now. Judgment Day are outdoing them, and they have way better stories going on. Where's SmackDown's Bronson Reed? You know what I mean? Like, that dude's killing it. Where's SmackDown's Braun Breaker? Where's, I'm sorry, but Gunther's doing way better than Cody Rhodes right now with stories and rivalries, actually building feuds. So you are right. They're doing the same type of thing. Just Raw is just doing it with more star power, in my opinion, like you said, and a better champ. And with that said, I think the only thing we really need to talk about, unless you really want to talk about LA Knight, I was hoping he was going to change. He came out and cut the same stupid promo. I gave two shits.
He got a new song, apparently.
Yeah, but I need more. But let's talk about this. What's the one main thing? You know what it is? Cody, Kevin. I mean, I'm not against the matchup if Kevin turns.
And this is another thing.
Let's talk about okay.
This is another thing about SmackDown. It just feels like it feels random. And yes, like I love the idea of Kevin Owens getting a title match against Cody Rhodes. I think that's fantastic. But it was random when AJ Styles got the title shot, And then it was random when Logan Paul got the title shot. It was random when AJ Styles got the second title shot when he faked the retirement. And now it's random with Kevin Owens. It's just like there's no rhyme or reason. And apparently it was like reverse psychology to get Kevin Owens to accept the match in the first place, because Kevin Owens was like, oh, I don't want it. I haven't earned it. I haven't won a match since 2013, and I haven't earned the match. So no, thank you. I'm good, Cody. You wrestle somebody else. And then Nick Aldis talks to him backstage, and he's like, it's okay. Before you accept, I was going to give the title shot to Roman Reigns. Yeah. And then he goes on a tirade about how Roman doesn't deserve a rematch. I'm like, bro, come on. And then, oh, well, fine, whatever. I'll take the match. I need the match. Blah, 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 blah. And then Nick Aldis was like, see, I told you it would work. I'm like, yeah. What? Like, what? You wrestle every week for a chance at the title. Even if you've earned it, even if you've lost every match or not. If somebody offers you a title shot, you take it. 100%. And, that was like the whole thing in the movie The Iron Claw. Like, one of the Von Erich brothers got a shot at the title. He had no chance in hell of winning it, but that was an opportunity to make yourself. And so you accept the challenge. And, Kevin Owens being like, well, I haven't earned it. I don't know. If it's to turn him heel, then turn him heel that night on SmackDown. Don't wait until the pay-per-view. Don't wait until 3 months from now, and this is going to be the start of it. Like, go ahead and turn him heel so we care. Right now, they gave me no reason to care about this match at all. It was a sympathy handout from Cody Rhodes. It was a sympathy acceptance from Kevin Owens, and that's all we have. Like, I want a heel turn. I want Kevin Owens to be a heel because he's better as a heel.
And two things, right? Cody's title run continues to be a joke and uneventful. People were dying for it. Let's see all these we want Cody crybabies now. I'm sure no one is wanting Cody Rhodes doing anything. Secondly, you made up your great point. Once again, there's no star power. Who else? They took Randy away, who should have been going up against Cody. I don't know why Randy left to go up against Gunther. That made no sense when you have Drew McIntyre amongst other people. But who would go up against Cody right now? Solo again? Yeah. Roman again? Other than that, what? We're going to throw in Santos Escobar? We're going to give him some Carmelo Hayes? Like, who's going to go up against? Yeah. There's nobody. Literally nobody.
I mean,
We're not doing that yet either. Yeah.
I feel like that's what they're waiting on, though. It's like, okay, let's give them a bunch of filler, random stuff until The Rock's ready to come back, and then we're going to do that match finally. But that's the other thing. Yeah, like Braun Breaker is being built up on Raw to, he could, if he wanted to, he could come to SmackDown and dethrone Cody Rhodes in the future. Damian Priest, if he wanted to, he could come and challenge Cody Rhodes. He's being built strong. Like, Raw's building people. Bronson Reed's being built strong, like you said. They're not building anybody on SmackDown.
Even Bo Dallas is getting built. If he's a leader of a faction, like, everybody's getting built right now. But CM Punk, there's you can name 12 people on Raw right now that can wrestle Gunther. You can name one to wrestle SmackDown on Cody Rhodes. So
it's not good. Yeah.
No. All right, let's get into Raw. You ready?
Yeah. Let's go for the A show.
All right. Yeah, this is a long one, too. All right. The show opens with Rhea Ripley. She was sad, but now she's mad. She makes fun of Dom's dick size, and then Liv and Dom appear in the stands. Dom tells her Liv actually likes him and calls him daddy, lets him play video games, and gives him his tendies. She also helped him beat his deadbeat dad, something Rhea could never do. Priest attacks Dom in the stands, and they go to the concierge or the wherever it is, where Ripley attacks Liv as well. Carlito makes a save, and the Judgment Day escape. Right afterwards, Damian Priest defeats Carlito. After the match, the Judgment Day attack Priest, but Rhea makes the save. Ivy Nile tells Maxine Dupree not to be at ringside tonight. Wonder if she's foreshadowing anything. Another Wyatt VHS tape, and Bo Dallas says something big will happen. Cool. Kofi Kingston is excited for Odyssey Jones' debut, but Woods isn't. Odyssey Jones wins a squash. Out comes the final testament, and Cross says Jones is there to replace Woods. So next week, I'll grow my beard back, and it's the final testament versus New Day and Jones. Drew is upset. Randy has a title shot. Chad Gable isn't done with the Wyatt Six, but he's in I think he was in Paris doing an Australian breakdancing competition. The Creed brothers defeat Alpha Academy, and Ivy Nile attacks Dupree. I didn't see that one coming.
No.
Pete Dunne has a Gunther-type interview, and he hates Sheamus and the name Butch. Damage Control and Pure Fusion Collective the name that is so complicated, Michael Cole messed it up 5 times, and in a DQ when the champs interrupt. R-Truth gets Miz a title match. Oh, wait, just a match against Bronson Reed. Randy Orton tries to fire Miz up. Randy Orton and Gunther out for a segment, and they go back and forth. Drew interrupts, which distracts Gunther, who gets an RKO, and then CM Punk attacks Drew and beats him with a belt. Sheamus says Dunn complains, and Kaiser tells him he's not done with him when Dunn attacks Sheamus. Take that, huh? I'm not going to complain, and I'll see Trick Williams tomorrow. CM Punk rode a plane with Kathy Kelly, lucky bastard. CM Punk also has an idea of a match with belts. Bum, bum, bum. Bronson Reed defeats The Miz, and for funsies after the match, gives R-Truth 5 tsunami splashes. That is connecting so well with the audience that they chanted one more splash.
I know.
Even to R-Truth, who is like the most loved character. That's how over he's getting right now. Jey Uso is Sami Zayn's bitch. I mean, hype man now, I guess. I don't know what the hell the point of Jey Uso is. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest versus Daddy Dom and Liv Morgan at Bash at Berlin. Great match. And in the main event, Braun Breaker defeats Sami Zayn 2-1 to retain his IC title and close the show still champion. That's your Monday Night Raw review, homie. It was long. Where do you want to? It was long, unlike Dom's dick, I guess. Yeah, right. Like a true ex-girlfriend, right? Oh, you broke up with me.
Always do that. Yeah.
Oh, like why? Like get out of here. Yeah, it's so small that you and Liv were fighting over it. No.
Yeah. That's not what y'all were saying last night.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's start with Rhea. Let's start with the Judgment Day because they're owning Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Before we do it, I want to give Rhea Ripley a huge shout out for her speed because she was in the ring cutting a promo, and then the next thing you know, she's backstage with Damian Priest, like beating the hell out of Liv and Dom. I'm like, where the hell did she come from? She was just in the ring like 5 seconds ago. Like literally, like I don't even like that's like you have to like climb a set. Probably had to climb a set of stairs to get to that main floor to go to where the concessions are.
Well, no, that's way more because that concession was like the middle, right? Because there was only I think a couple sections above, so it was like 2 sections, like probably the 1 to the 200. She had to run up those. Yeah,
she ran up there, and like she got up there just in time, and man, like that girl got some speed. Yeah, that was good. I like that. That was the highlight of the night for me. I was just like, holy shit! Like just that. The speed on that girl, she makes she makes Braun Breaker look slow with his speed.
I was about to say that, and she must be doing speed lately because she's skinny AF too, so she's just running all around the place. She looks so good. Anyway, let's get then Liv Morgan distracted with her damn shorts. All right, so go. What do you like about Judgment Day? I'll let you start.
I like everything about what they're doing. You know, the opening segment was exactly what I wanted from Rhea Ripley. I wanted this last week, but I love that we got it this week. Dominic's promo was great. Liv Morgan's promo was great. I love that they were in the crowd and that Rhea was in the ring. I like that Damian Priest tried to do his best Undertaker impression and show up from behind.
AJ,
with AJ. And show up from behind, and they didn't know he was back there, and then that led to I love the backstage fight. Everything they did was just super, super good. I don't know who's going to win this match, though, because I don't feel like Rhea can take another loss. I don't feel like Damian Priest should take another loss. But at the same time, I don't feel like Liv should take a loss, and I damn sure don't want Dirty Dom. Yeah, I don't want Dom to take the loss, but
Daddy Dom's taking that L.
Yeah,
probably by Rhea too, to be honest. But
but I liked everything they did. It did drag on a little. Like I was like, okay, like we're taking this a little too far. And then the match with Carlito, and then after the match, Dom tries to do the frog splash, and Damian Priest catches him with the choke slam, and it was just like I was like, all right, it's a little too much. It's a little too long. But other than that, I dug everything they did.
Yeah, I mean, I can do without Carlito losing all the time because now he's an official member. But here's my thing, okay? For one, Daddy Dom said everything I knew he was going to say, right? You treated me like trash, and she did. She was never in him. She was never involved. Well, she might have been in him, but she was never like into him or anything like that. And Liv is doing everything he wants, man. A real girlfriend, loving him, hugging him, doing the little nosy thingy, giving him his tendies, not nuggets. Chicken nuggets are for kids. Chicken tenders are for adults.
Daddies. Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yeah, trust me. I eat chicken tendies. But anyway, he did everything he needed to say to her to show. And then Priest pops up from behind and attacks him. And here's my thing. In wrestling, I get it. Rhea and Priest, they're the baby faces. Liv and Dom are the heels. In real life, it's
They're the
opposite.
heels. Yeah.
Here's why. Rhea treated him like shit. And he found somebody who loved him. And even when he was still trying to stay with Rhea, she was mean to him, abusing him, this and that, and led him to leave. Priest did nothing but punk Dom. He punked him the entire time. He didn't want any of his friends in his crew. He did not tell him that Rhea was back, lied to him about that, held secrets, and now all of a sudden Priest is involved. Like, what the hell did Dom do to Priest? He didn't cost him his match. He didn't do anything. What the hell? Like, and now all of a sudden they're all huggy and kissy in the ring, and they're making out right before, you know, Priest catches them with the choke slam thing that he does. I don't know. I'm just like, in my head, I'm thinking like, how the hell can any fan, kid, adult think like, oh, Rhea and Priest are the good guys here? No, they are the damn bad guys. They are doing all heel stuff and being awful humans. And Dom and Liv are just trying to live their best life. And their whole slogan in the New Judgment Day, which I hope they make a shirt, no egos, no leaders. Who the hell doesn't want that in life with friends? It's just a whole hot backwards mess going on right now with the Judgment Day. I'm not saying it's not the best thing going on. I'm just saying, think about it, y'all. Dom fan club, that's the good guy right there.
Yeah, no, it's like, I actually kind of dig the way they're doing it, though, where the fans are cheering the bad guy, because Drew McIntyre's the same way. Like, he's a good guy. He's the good guy in this feud, and he has gotten screwed several times, and yet we want to boo him, and that's how a lot of movies are these days too. Like, a lot of TV shows and movies, you know, we find ourselves rooting for the bad guys. You know, Breaking Bad, we all kind of wanted Walter White to get away with it, because there was some redeemable qualities about him, even though he was a scumbag and he was a terrible person. You know, one of my favorite shows of all time is Prison Break, and it's about all these guys who go into prison just to break out. And you know, the two main characters are good guys, but the rest of them are like bank robbers and murderers and robbers and all the, and it's like, but you find yourself liking them, and you find yourself getting behind them and wanting to cheer for them and wanting them to win. And you find yourself rooting against the people that are chasing them, like the police and everything. Yeah. And so I find that fun. Like, I find those,
don't forget Dexter.
Dexter's another example of that too, where you want him to you know, overcome everything and you know, kill everybody off,
even though he's murdering people.
Yeah, he's murdering everyone. But so I like how WWE is kind of incorporating that into their storytelling at the moment, where instead of the traditional, you got to cheer for me because I'm happy to be here in Rhode Island and I'm the great babyface, you know, it's like, no, like we're cheering for the bad guys and we're kind of booing the good guys, and it's kind of cool.
For sure. All right, keep going. What do you want next?
Let's go to let's talk about Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. I know we kind of touched on it at the beginning of the show there, but I don't know, man. I feel like Kofi's the heel right now. He's doing all this stuff behind his friend's back, going to make. He brought Odyssey Jones into the group without consulting his friend, and he's going to get, you know, they're training in the ring together and didn't consult Xavier Woods at all. And now he's got a merch and didn't talk to Xavier Woods about it. And, you know, some of the stuff Karrion Kross said in his promo, you know, starting to resonate a little bit, that, you know, he's doing this to replace Big E. He's doing this to replace you. And I don't know. I just feel like I think Kofi's a better bad guy than Xavier Woods.
For sure.
And I think that we need to get a heel Kofi Kingston. You know, everyone talks about how we never got a true babyface run from Roman Reigns. I don't feel like we've ever gotten a really good heel run from Kofi Kingston. And I feel like he has more of a story behind him. You know, he was the champion and Xavier's just never been good enough. And so I think Kofi should be the one to turn. But again, if Xavier Woods turns, is he really a heel? Because like what we just talked about, because Kofi's done all this stuff behind his back. So is he really the heel, or is he the good guy that's just had enough of his friend betraying him? So I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. If it goes that way, two things. One, Kofi Kingston has to be Jamaican again. Jamaican would be the perfect bad guy villain. Okay. That's number one. And then number two, if that happens that way, Big E better be coming back. I want Xavier Woods and Big E versus Kofi Kingston and Odyssey Jones. Those are my two things. If it's going this way, both of those things have, not just one, Jamaican and Big E. I want it. That's all I'm saying. So if you're right, that's what I want with it. Those are my steps if it's going to happen.
I'm down for that. And I think that's another good, but the whole thing, the big question mark is the Final Testament. Where do they fit into all this? And that, I don't think Xavier Woods fits that group at all. That's why I don't think he's turning heel and joining them. That's why I think he's going to stay babyface, and they're going to be like, see, we were right. And then he's going to continue to feud with them while also feuding with Kofi. So yeah, I don't know. But I just, everyone's talking about how obvious it is that Xavier Woods is turning heel, but I'm not convinced that he is.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that. We talk about Braun Breaker a lot. Let's talk about Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
I'm really, 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 really liking this. And I really, really, really gave Bronson Reed a lot of crap. If you follow on this podcast, once again, I always eat my shoe. But I said I didn't see anything in him. He had no real charisma. His moves weren't really that flashy for a big man. He's supposed to be a big man just because he can jump off the top rope, but he doesn't flip or do things. And I was always like, what does he bring different than any other big man from anywhere else? And that dude just shows you that if you have the right push and just one thing, it's all about timing. Seth Rollins, as you said, is injured in real life, supposedly. How can we make this man a star? Let's have him crush and injure one of the biggest stars. And after that, let's have him crush one of the most beloved people ever in the WWE. And we're going to have him do them back-to-back weeks with 12 total tsunami splashes and make it so damn good that the crowd will be begging for more because they want to just hate you and they want you to keep doing it. And he still got booed and they still chanted for our truth, but they just wanted more because it was so damn compelling. I don't know what it is, but the fact that the security guards and referees are so stupid as well makes it work even better. They were like, whoa. Let's just move him to this side of the ring. And Bronson Reed was like, all right, waka, slowly come up and jump. And I love the fact that when he jumps, those refs are there and then they're like, ah! They're like, not us. They are like, F you, our truth. You could take these. I'm security. I ain't here for that. You go take these splashes. Hopefully we'll get you out eventually. But those 2 weeks, man, I'm telling you right now, Freddie Prinze Jr. is trying to create a pro wrestling company. If you were going to write a story, talk about wrestling, create how people can blow up as a character, this is like the blueprint, dude. This is exactly what you do. Take a talented wrestler who needs something good, give them that one damn thing, and just shove it down people's throats. You know what it reminds me of? Suplex freaking City. Brock Lesnar, when he came back, nobody cared. Everyone still hated him. Failed UFC career. Last time you had a Goldberg match, he came back and he had a SummerSlam match out here in California. I was there live and they used to do SummerSlam every year in LA. And he wrestled John Cena and he won the title against and squashed the greatest champion ever, John Cena, by taking him to Suplex City, 16, 17 times? And after that, Suplex City was born. And even though people booed Brock Lesnar, they cheered every single time he took him to Suplex City. It's like the same thing, is it not? It's a very parallel thing where you just have this one thing that works, man, and now you're getting shot straight to the moon. Wait till that shirt. Like, they need a shirt, Suplex, like I went to Suplex. They need I went to Tsunami. I got a Tsunami splash and survived or something like that. They need this guy is like money right now.
Yeah. No, I like what they've done the last 2 weeks with Bronson Reed. My only concern is, where do we go from here? Like, who's going to be the guy to step up and stop him? Is this leading to the return of somebody? Is this leading to a debut of somebody? Is this are we going to get Omos back from the dead and bring him out to stop him? I mean, what? Because the reports are that Seth Rollins is legitimately hurt, and that was the angle that they created, that angle to write him off television. And we don't know how long he's going to be out for. So let's just say he's out for 2 months. So, okay, he misses Bash in Berlin. He misses Bad Blood. He's back for Survivor Series. What do we do with Bronson Reed between now and then? Because he can't just keep, he can keep tsunami splashing people, sure. But sooner or later, it's going to get stale. You know how wrestling fans are fickle. They're going to be like, okay, we're ready to move on from this. We're ready to, we've seen this 3 weeks in a row now. we've seen this, we've seen this, we've seen this. So we're going to need some evolution of this story. So I'm curious to see like what's next. Is this does Braun Breaker step up to him? Does somebody come back? Does somebody return? Does somebody debut? Does somebody get called up from NXT? Does Obafemi come up? I mean, does Otis? Is it Otis that does it? I mean, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but I am curious because, like with Seth Rollins, obviously it's leading to something with Seth Rollins when he comes back, but we don't know how long he's going to be out. So, what is this leading to in particular?
So next week, Adam basically tells him, "Hey, you do this shit one more time, you're suspended." And guess who's getting it? The Miz. So he's going to give it to the Miz next week to redeem because the Miz is going to be like, bah, 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 that was my boy. And he's going to do it to the Miz and he's going to get suspended and he's going to take a week or two off. And then there's going to be a match going on between who gives a shit. And all of a sudden, he's going to come from that crowd and the crowd is going to blow the F up and he's going to tsunami somebody 10 times or whatever. And that's going to be around the time Seth Rollins is pretty much healed to come back out to defend the glory. And then we'll have the match at Survivor Series and move forward. I'm telling you, the writing is just so easy, so perfect.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You got to keep them hot, man. You can't do it every week, but if it takes a break and comes back, people are going to miss it and want it more until he gets to Seth Rollins. So, yeah. And he's got to take Miz out next week. I think that's like a
no-brainer. But if I'm knowing Adam Pearce, he's gonna like reward him with a WWE World Heavyweight. Because Braun Breaker killed Ricochet off screen, literally murdered Ricochet. Next week he's fighting Sami Zayn for the IC title and no punishment whatsoever. So Bronson Reed's gonna get like a pay raise and he's gonna get the World Heavyweight Championship match against Gunther. Move over Randy Orton. It's a triple threat now.
The Netflix championship. He's like, that's yours, brother.
Yeah, there you go. Congrats, you earned it.
Yeah, here's your Stranger Things champion. All right. Oh, I can't wait till the next. Is 11 going to come and like do something with somebody? 11.
All the crossovers and stuff.
Because that's going to be right when Stranger Things coming back. All right, let's do like one more. So we got to go. What do you want? What do you want? We got Drew and Punk. We got what you want. What you want? I don't think we have to bring Braun Breaker up again.
Yeah, I mean that was a good match.
The match was the match. Yeah.
Let's go Punk and Drew because. Like I talked about
and Gunther and all of them.
Yeah, Gunther and Randy. I like that promo they did too. That was good. I like how the segments kind of fed into each other. Gunther Randy promo, and then Drew McIntyre comes out, and then CM Punk comes out and beats him up, and Randy and Gunther leave the ring. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I don't know. I still like CM Punk. I'm still not feeling it with him, and I love Punk. But there's like, I'm just not like his backstage stuff where he's like, I don't even care about the bracelet. See, Drew McIntyre can keep the bracelet. I don't care. But it's what's on that bracelet that matters. It's he shouldn't even mention my dog's name. He shouldn't even mention my wife's name. So I don't care about the bracelet, but you do care about the bracelet. Like you guys were fighting over it. That's the whole point of the story. That's the whole like.
Not mad at Seth.
Yeah, he got mad at Seth over the freaking bracelet. So you clearly do care about so I'm just like, he's just not making any sense to me right now.
Agreed. Oh, fully agree. I think I've been saying this forever since his AEW run. He came back as a wrestler, as a tough guy. And that's not who he was. He's not a tough guy. No one's afraid of CM Punk. They're still not afraid of him because he beat up Jack Perry really quick. We all saw CM Punk get embarrassed in the UFC. He's not built to be a tough guy. And I think that's his thing now. Like he's beating up on Drew Matt. Like he's like, it's not believable. The thing that was great about Punk was that, he was a smaller guy, but you know what? He was the best in the world. And maybe he's not that guy anymore. Maybe this is Michael Jordan when he went to the Wizards and he was now a power forward because he couldn't play as well as he could before. So he had to back it up and get in the, around the rim or whatever. But I don't see that. I think he can still wrestle. So he needs to go back to just being the best in the world, the hero, this and that. He's just not a tough guy. And I really think, I think when you really look at it, that's what it is. He's just not you know what I mean? And also, that dude's got moxie. Didn't he get in trouble for having a picture with Kathy Kelly? Or was that not Kathy Kelly?
Yeah, I think it was
a picture, wasn't it? And then the next time they're on the screen together, he talks about how they were sitting next to each other on a plane and nobody knew about it. I thought it was a little weird. I mean, hey, more power to it. I was getting told all sorts of things during my marriage, and it is what it is. Rumors are stupid. Sometimes you gotta shove it in people's faces to prove them wrong. But it was like a weird. I was kind of like, huh. And Kathy Kelly's like, she seems like a she's mingling. So that's by her TikToks. It doesn't seem like she's shy on that thing. So I was kind of
not at all.
I was like, that was an awkward segment, but I did like it all. And Gunther and Randy, Gunther, man, talk about just the psychology of Gunther.
Yeah,
doesn't have to say much,
but he knows what to say. Yeah,
100%. Doesn't have to do much in the ring, but he knows what to do. This man is changing the freaking game. I'm telling you, man, Gunther is something else. The end. That dude is something else.
Yeah, so, and Randy held his own too. Randy, I mean, Randy's the perfect. Randy. Yeah, Randy's the perfect. I mean, I know it doesn't make any sense that he came over to Raw, and he's a better opponent for Cody, I think, but he's the perfect opponent for Gunther. He is like, he's a good first opponent for somebody like Gunther to really solidify this championship reign. So, yeah, Gunther, man, he's, like you said, he's changing the game. He's doing great things.
I agree. And Randy's right. His wife is smoke hot or smoke show.
Oh, yeah.
She is 100% a smoke show.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some NXT, baby. Here we go. Ethan Page opens the show to brag about his title defense from last week and say his name, and he'll appear. Joe Hendry interrupts. Oh, wait, he didn't say his name, and he said that sometimes he also can show up without his name being said. So he's not the ring, the girl from the ring. And he wants a title shot because, I don't know, why not? And Wesley attacks Joe Hendry. Holy shit, that was a fire open, though. Ren Sinclair annoys Charlie Dempsey. Ava announces a 6-woman gauntlet match between 6 women who have never had a title shot before. Great idea. They're going to pick them by random. Bad idea. So what do we do with it? Ren Sinclair, Sol Ruca, and Adriana Rizzo get first ups. After that, Charlie Dempsey defeats Tony D to win the Heritage Cup. Congratulations, Charlie Dempsey. Good thing your dad's there. Lola Vice and Kalania George want to help Tatum Paxley, who gets mad. Lexis King defeats Eddie Thorpe in a Battle of the DJs match. Lola Vice defeats Tatum Paxley, poor girl. They hug it out, but they literally both watch Kalani Jordan just get her ass kicked by Chu. One of the weirdest things I've ever seen on wrestling. Jada Parker, Kendall Gray, and Carmen Petrovich are the last 3 girls named for the gauntlet match. Wesley out for a chant to say he turned on his friends because they are losers. He says he might face Wentz in a Nintendo 64 video game later on, but right now he wants a title shot. He says, but then out comes Pete Dunne and Joe Hendry. And guess what? All 3 of the guys want a title shot. Obafemi defeats Otis to win or to retain his title. Brooks Jensen talks and says Sean Spears is his boyfriend. It's the only one that was there for him. Brindley Reese defeats Izzy Dame. Wesley versus Pete Dunne versus Joe Hendry to see who faces Ethan Page at that upcoming N64 game. By the way, it's No Mercy. Get it? Because N64 was No Mercy, and that's the game.
Yeah.
In the main event, hell yeah, baby. In the main event, Chase U. Boom. Defeat Axiom and Frazier to become the new tag team champions, and all of Chase U celebrate to close the show. And that's the NXT review.
Yeah, that match with Chase U and Axiom and Frazier might be one of my favorite matches of the year. It was so good, so entertaining, and that the pop that Chase U got when they finally won the tag team.
They are so over.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was good stuff. Shout out to them, man. That group deserves. More than deserves these tag team championships. And I hope they hold them forever because they were just that damn good.
I don't know. We have somebody probably a little upset. We'll see. We'll see. They're not hitting at that for nothing, brother.
Yeah, I know. But still, Chase U having the belts it's a good thing for them. And
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and NXT loves Chase U. Another good thing that happened at NXT was Tony D losing the belt. That Heritage Cup did not ever fit him. He's a freaking mobster, not a Canadian hockey player. He doesn't need a cup. Yeah, so stupid. It fits Charlie Dempsey. I was just joking about his dad. He needed it. I love it, and I'm glad Tony D is rid of that. And that match was good too. Really good match. I liked it.
Yeah, Tony D is he's unappreciated in the ring. I feel like he
needs to move up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's ready to or move up to the main event of NXT at least. If not the main roster. But he's that good. He's that guy. Like you can build around him.
For sure. And two things we got to talk about. I mentioned it on my TikTok. Let's talk about it, bro. What's going on with these non-NXTers getting
like,
all the title shots? Do we not have like SmackDown has literally nobody? NXT is borrowing when they have people. Raw has too much and they're borrowing. What are we doing here? I just feel like
and we got a lot of, we kill AEW for double booking. How many freaking feuds does Pete Dunne have right now? He's got Trick Williams, he's got Joe Hendry, Wesley, and he hates Sheamus. And why is he like, I love Pete Dunne. I think he's fantastic.
100%.
But choose a brand and stay there. Like that's, I know he's there to put over the other talent, but is he putting him over? I don't know. Is he there?
But we don't need that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like we said, Trick Williams doesn't need to get over. He's not going to win this match. Trick Williams is obviously going to cost him the 3-way at some point. So what are we doing here?
Yeah. You don't really, yeah. Sheamus. Well,
no, because different universe, different. But what's
true.
And once again, like we always talk about, what the hell's the point of the draft? Like, what are we doing here? We literally have Ethan Page, a brand new champ, who just wrestled a pointless person who didn't deserve a title shot. And now he's going up against a TNA superstar and a Smackdown Raw superstar. So he's going up against a Raw and then we have probably the most dominant champion in all of wrestling in Obafemi, and he's going up against Otis, who's feuding with Chad Gable over. Like, what are we doing here? We don't have enough people to throw around.
And there's so many people that aren't being used right now that you could bring to NXT that could really use the rub in NXT. That would be fantastic in NXT. Like I keep saying, people think I'm kidding when I say it, but I think Omos would be fantastic in NXT. Let him feud. Let him answer the open challenge to Obafemi. Like, imagine those two guys going at it, or let him challenge for the NXT championship against Ethan Page and kind of see like Ethan Page would look like he's seen a giant because he literally has. So like it would just be like, but no, like we don't know where Omos is. Instead, we're getting Otis, and there's nothing wrong with Otis, but it's just why are we seeing him on two shows? Like, what is the point of the draft, and why? Joe Hendry's winning this match, and so we're gonna get a TNA match.
No way. No way are they having Ethan Page lose. No.
I mean, Joe Hendry's winning the triple threat to get to the
to get to Ethan Page.
Yeah, he's winning the triple threat.
The other two guys are in feuds.
Yeah. So it's just like you're gonna have Ethan Page wrestle a guy from TNA that's not even there, like doesn't even work there.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all. And like everyone's talking about how great this partnership is, and is it like if Joe Hendry wins the TNA championship and carries it on to TNA TV, then
NXT,
if he wins the NXT championship,
if he wins, then
and takes it over to TNA television, I'd be okay with it, because then at least like we're getting it's benefiting multiple people. It's not going to happen, and even if he does, I don't think he's taking the belt over to TNA TV. So,
but if they did, the only thing that would work is an invasion. I want NWO. I want NXT guys to go over there and invade TNA and try to get that damn title back. That's the only way I can see it. I want it to be a shock. I want it to be like, what? But I don't know how much that's the only way it would work. But they're doing something right with the women. Here's my thing, right? I like putting 6 females who have never had a title shot yet get a title shot. I'm all for that. Why the hell did we do it as a random draw? Here's my thing, right? I know I'm not supposed to think of real life situations when it comes to, I get it. I get that all the time. Somewhere Tommy's punching a wall. That's not a sport, it's entertainment. But it's literally like, how many women in NXT haven't got a title shot, right? Probably women who have never wrestled on NXT. Was everybody in that? So what if you just would have pulled out like Becky Banana Hammock and she's like, yay! Like, and I know that wasn't gonna happen, but you don't, no. You say these 20 girls are it. Like they did that one time. They didn't need a tryout, but they could have been like, here's the thing, we're gonna pick, well, we picked 6, the 6 best contenders of women who have never done it, who have never gotten a title shot. Sol Ruka, because it's not like anybody got a shot that really, like even Carmen Petrovic, who was like, oh, what? She's at least on TV. Like, I don't get I just thought it was randomly pulling. Like, and it's just dumb.
And then Ava, I think, who was it? Was it Ren Sinclair that she pulled the name? And she's like, where's Ren? Where is Ren here? Where is Ren? And they were like, oh, she's in the ring with, I'll let her know after the match. I was like, what? Like
hey,
that
but don't you book this show?
Yeah, like how do you know? I mean, unless this was like pre-taped or something, I don't know. But
I don't know.
It was just like she was just like, "Where's Ren Sinclair? Oh, she's in the ring with the NCC, the NQCC.
Yeah.
I'll let her know after the match that she got the title."
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
yeah.
What? Like, this is so stupid.
So stupid.
It was so dumb.
It was very AEW where they had a really good idea and then didn't know how to execute it. It just failed 100%. Yeah, wasn't for it. All right. That's about it, right? I think we covered literally everything on NXT, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
We didn't cover the chicka battle of the DJs, but we can talk about them later. All right. It's time for our segment, bro. And we are doing all things WWE and all things true or false. It's when we're going to give a situation, whether it be a winner of a match, a storyline, whatever our heart desires, and we will try to say if it's going to be true or false. As always, Ryan Enjoys Wrestling gets to start. Let's hear it, brother.
All right, my friend. But all of mine are WWE Championship related, so just keep that mind. Get your mind right. All right. So true or false? True or false? Roman Reigns will win the the WWE Championship again before he retires.
Did you say Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns.
Oh, that's 100% true. True.
It's true. It's damn true.
Not only is he finally getting his first good babyface push, he is going to defeat Cody Rhodes or The Rock to win his first ever successful babyface championship run. He deserves that. He has earned it. He's going to do it. And you know what? He's going to show up once every 3 weeks, and everyone's going to love it this time, you fickle fan.
Yeah. No, I think it's true, too. I'm still sad that his reign ended, and I know he had 4 years with it, and not everything can last forever. but man, like he deserves like you said, he deserves a good babyface run, but also a good babyface run as champion. And
agreed.
Yeah, so I say definitely true.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Heck yeah! All right, you ready? I'm gonna keep it bloodline. Let's go, Mr. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock himself, will be part of Roman's bloodline when he returns. True or false?
False.
Yeah,
okay. Let's hear it.
I don't think so. I think he just turned heel, and he was the final boss. So that would mean that he had to turn babyface again. And I think they're setting up for Roman versus Rock at some point, whether it's Rock Cody first and then Rock versus Roman. But now that Roman's the babyface, the Rock has to be the heel in that story. So I think Rock's going to be a part of the Solo Sikoa-led bloodline, and he's going to be the reason that Solo has the Ulafala, and he's going to be the high chief who appointed Solo Sikoa as the tribal chief while Roman Reigns was gone because Roman Reigns let everybody down. And that's going to set up after everything is over with Roman and Solo. It's going to lead to Roman and The Rock, and Rock's going to be part of the team at Survivor Series.
All right, and then that means we have to get. Well, I'm going to say false as well.
False.
Bloodline Wolfpack needs at least one vet. Even if they gain more youngins, you can't just. It's not believable. But yeah, I think it'll be Survivor Series, and I think we get Rock Cody at Royal Rumble, which will decide that's the final boss match. Cody will beat him and keep his title, and then we're gonna get heel Rock versus babyface Roman at WrestleMania, and that shit's gonna be bigger than last year, and everybody's gonna eat crow once again, saying it should already happen because that match will be bigger than it would have been last year.
And it's gonna be non-title, and it's gonna main event, and
it's gonna be Bloodline versus Bloodline. I know the Survivor Series happened, but this is like the final boss against the World Tribal Chief. Yeah, this is gonna be it.
And Cody, it's gonna be just exactly what we were gonna get last year, but no title on the line.
Yes, sir. All right, you got one more. Let's hear it.
Yeah. All right. So John Cena in his retirement tour will win his 17th WWE Championship or World Heavyweight Championship.
True.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
I don't think it should happen. Here's the thing. Everybody who knows me, or if you've ever heard of me ever, which isn't a lot of people, know I don't like John Cena. I literally got popular on TikTok originally with my John Cena hate. I used to tell everybody Austin Theory was better than John Cena. I don't know if you remember those or not.
He beat him.
But I got a lot of hate for it. Yeah, he did.
Scoreboard.
What up? I've never been that big of a John Cena fan. But here's the thing. I am a fan of pro wrestling, and I know I respect who I respect. And I do respect this man, and I am excited for his final run, and I will watch every single match, and I will cheer for it. I might even do a John Cena shirt. I got an actual John Cena Funko Pop, which I said I would never do. So yes, I'm going to pay respect. Yeah, well, I should have done that. Dang it! I should have left it blank. I didn't know we were going to answer this question, but literally, I don't want him. Really yeah, you're like I can't really see it. But I don't want to see him win the title again, but you all know, and I know he's defeating Gunther at some point and winning that damn championship. Here's the thing. If you're going to have him beat Gunther for it, then he needs to defend it. I don't want to see him win it and then retire. That's no. He needs to win it, have a little bit of run, and then he can either lose and retire or lose before and then have one final match and retire. But I don't want to see him win it and retire. F to the no. That's a disgrace to the belt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
false.
Oh, I just talked for no reason. All right.
I don't think he's gonna do it. And here's why. I think John Cena, for all of his faults, you know, I've never been the biggest fan of his, and you know, I think he did do a lot of politicking in the back, but when he was in the show, permanent and full time. I do think he has an appreciation of the business right now. And I think at his age and his status in the WWE, he's not full-time. He's not even part-time. I think he's like part-time. And with his Hollywood stuff and everything, I think I don't think he wants the 17th championship. I think he respects the business. Like at the sacrifice of beating Gunther, like ending a championship reign of one of your biggest and up-and-coming stars in Gunther, to break a record, or at the sacrifice of Cody Rhodes to break a record. Like, I mean, yeah, it would be great for him, but I don't know. Like, I just don't feel like, I feel like he respects the WWE too much and the guys in the back and everything like that to kind of come in and hot shot it like that. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is all about himself, and I feel like if he was around more, yeah, absolutely, he would politic for it. But he's not, and I just don't feel like he would want it.
Just remember, he's not starting until January 2025. We are in August of 2024. If he loses it April, May, June, maybe at SummerSlam, that's a long Gunther title reign. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's true.
All right. Yeah.
I would like to see him win the Intercontinental Championship because he's never won it. And if that's the case, I'd be okay if he beat Braun Breaker to take the title off of him. And then, you know, Braun Breaker like builds himself back up, and then he takes out John Cena and he retires John Cena. That way you build an up and coming star on your way out, and Braun Breaker gets his belt back. So that's what I would like to see.
I can't believe
over him winning a world title.
I would much rather have that. And I can't believe John Cena's not a real Grand Slam champion. That's insane. All right. Last one. You ready? We're going to the NXT world. Sol Ruka, the sexiest woman in NXT, will defeat Roxanne Perez to become the next NXT female world champion.
False.
Yeah, Roxanne Perez is it, man. She's awesome.
That is true.
She's a great champion. She's fantastic. I don't see anybody on this roster that could beat her right now. And I think Sol Ruka would benefit from winning the women's North American championship first before winning the women's title. So I think she should go after that belt, win that, hold that for a while, and then kind of elevate herself up to that women's championship picture. But right now, of all the women on the roster that could beat Roxanne and give Roxanne a great match, it would absolutely be Sol Ruka. But I just don't think she's ready to be champion.
You know, here's the thing. Either was Mandy Rose, either was Tiffany Stratton.
True.
Roxanne Perez is a star. She's a star without 100%. The belt. She's a star with the belt. And I also think Roxanne Perez is too good for NXT. And that's not me saying NXT is a bad brand. I'm saying that Roxanne Perez can move on now. Let's get her on SmackDown. Let's get her somewhere else where she can do big things in a bigger brand. And usually women who come from NXT thrive, unlike the men. You know, when you think of the top female wrestlers of all time in this last era, they're all NXT stars and continuing to do so. Look at Tiffany Stratton. So they all come. So Roxanne Perez will shine. I think Sol Ruca, I'm convinced she lost to Kalani Jordan, which I still don't understand, and lost that match because they wanted her to move on to the bigger and better things. I think it's her time. I'm going to say true after all that. I didn't even say my answer.
It's damn true.
Sol Ruca, imagine her fine,
she's so good.
California ass wearing that ring around, or the belt around her waist, woo, surfing up into it. And her finisher is the best finisher ever in pro wrestling. I'm going to say it, ever. That's the best finisher ever. Yeah. The end. I need to do a top 5 best finishers of all time. That would be, I did, but it's hard to not pick Randy Orton. And
if you don't put Rock Bottom in there, do you even watch, bro? You can put the worm, Scotty Too Hotty's worm.
I gotta do top. So I think I've done the top 5 worst. The leg drop is definitely number 1.
Do you even watch, bro? Take. No, I think you're right though with Sol Ruca. I mean, I don't know. I don't personally. I love Sol Ruca. I think she's great. I think she's got star quality, but I just don't think she's ready to win the title. But we'll see. We'll see because I mean, who else could beat Roxanne Perez? And like, she can't hold the belt forever. So Sol Ruca is the best one of that bunch to do so.
She's fine too, by the way. All right, that's it. That's our true or false. Da-da-da-da-da. And now it's time for our favorite weekly segment from the fans, not just us. And that is our most valuable dude or dudette and our least valuable dude or dudette of the week. That's what it's not a judge of their character or a judge of who they are. It is how they were booked between SmackDown and NXT and who we thought had the womp womp and the whoop whoop. So as always, we start with the least because we always want to end on a high note. Sure. And we start with Ryan because we always want to end on a high note. So let's go. What do you he missed that one. All right, let's get it. Who's your least valuable?
I am going with your boy, who you claim is better than John Cena, but I'm going A-Town Down Under as my LVDs of the week. I mean, I feel like these guys are permanently in the LVD category, but I mean, last week they were on Raw.
They went to Raw and won.
They went to Raw and won, but they got chokeslammed by Jelly Roll on SummerSlam the 2 nights before. Chokeslam by Jelly Roll and The Miz and R-Truth. They did the John Cena "You Can't See Me" and the 5-knuckle shuffle and all that. That was a nice chokeslam from Jelly Roll, by the way.
Yeah,
and then,
it was Austin Theory, by the way.
Yeah, Austin Theory carried him. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but he made him look good. And then they go to SmackDown this week, and as far as the tag team tournament to crown the number 1 contender for the Bloodline, who we don't even know who the champions are because Jacob Fatu's hurt, and
Loa's holding it now.
Yeah, like what's going on there? Like, is it the Freebird rule? Is that what they're doing? But yeah, then they go and lose to the Street Profits, and it's just like, why? Like, what has Austin for a while? I thought they were teasing a babyface turn for Austin Theory, and he was going to turn on Grayson Waller, and that was going to be your feud there. But now I feel like they've kind of gone away from that, and they're just kind of the glorified jobbers. But I don't understand what's happening with both of these guys. Grayson Waller was literally the face of NXT, was the bad guy of NXT, was one of the most entertaining parts of NXT. When he got called up to the main roster, he was one of the most entertaining things at NXT with his Grayson Waller effect and everything. And then he formed a tag team with Austin Theory. And it's just like, it feels like ever since then, they must have like blackmail on Triple H or Shawn Michaels or something, because they are just losing all the time, time in and time out. Their tag team title reign was a joke. And now they're just a joke of a tag team, and it's sad to see.
And who is Waller facing next week? Who did this time? Austin Theory did it to him. And I forgot. I didn't put it on my note. I forgot who it was. But Grayson Waller got called out to face some monster next week, so he's going to get smashed up next week anyway. So just a bummer stuff. So I agree with you, big time. Good LVD on your side. I really, really, really was going to pick Kevin Owens. And I know but it's too hard since he is getting a title shot. But the pure stupidity of him trying to talk himself out of a title shot because he doesn't deserve it was mind blowing. But I am going to go, and I might have already picked this person once. I don't know. Maybe I have. Maybe I picked him last week. I
Yeah.
might have picked him last week. Sorry, I'm picking him again. It's Jey Uso. What in the living hell are we? I did pick him last week, I think, because he's one of the greatest tag teams of our generation. I'm pretty sure I already said all this. He then goes on to face and start the Bloodline, almost defeat Roman to take over the Bloodline. He was calling himself the Tribal Chief, wasn't he? Wasn't he calling himself the Tribal Chief too? Then he went on to do his yeet thing, right? Which I didn't like, but at least he was winning. Now what is he? He's a glorified hype man. He is literally the last 3 weeks been in the back hyping up Sami Zayn and doing awful at it. Before that, he was out there trying to hustle and get a date with Rhea Ripley. So for the past month and a half, he hasn't wrestled really. And all he's done is try to hook up with Rhea Ripley, which now he's not doing anymore. Or is he going to start that again? And now he wants to win the tag team titles with Sami Zayn against the Judgment Day. How did he even earn that title match? What has he done recently? So now is he going to get back with try to get? What is he doing? If he's the number one seller of merch? What are we doing here with Jey Uso? I don't know what the point of him is. So he's taking the L once again.
Yeah, no, that's a solid pick. Yeah, no, it's a solid pick, and you're right with everything you said. I mean, Jey Uso, this guy, he's so good too. Like he's good in the ring.
He really is.
He's good on the mic. He's so entertaining, and you're making him a hype man. He loses all the big matches that he's in.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you can't call him main event Jey Uso anymore because he's far from being in the main event. I don't understand what they're doing with him. And I mean, I feel like maybe this Sami Zayn tag team is going to lead to him reuniting with the Bloodline, but I'm still not convinced that that's the right avenue to go. I feel like it's too soon to reunite Jimmy and Jay and Sammy and everybody, but we'll see. I mean, we got 3.5 months, but I feel like that's the only way that they can do this, and that's bringing Jay back to the Bloodline.
Yeah, I agree fully. But I mean, I don't know. They ain't winning Judgment Day. I don't even know what they're doing here, but yeah, definitely my L. All right, let's move on. MVD, most valuable dude or dudette. Who do you got?
I may have picked this guy last week too, but I'm going Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is my MVD. I mean, this man single-handedly took down the entire Bloodline that put Kevin Owens through a table, that knocked Jimmy Uso out of the WWE, that beat up Paul Heyman, that wrapped Cody Rhodes around the ring ropes and was like, take me instead. Like, and Roman Reigns comes out there and he's like, watch this, fam, and goes out there and just beats the hell out of all of them. Super over. That crowd was chanting OTC. They love them some Roman Reigns. He is super over right now. He is the biggest star on SmackDown. I know Cody Rhodes is the champion, but he is the star. That he was the only reason he saved SmackDown, in my opinion. SmackDown was an average show, and Roman Reigns just being there made it watchable, made it must-see TV. And he didn't say a single word at all, but he just went out there and was an ass-kicking machine, and I loved it. It kind of reminded me of his Tribal Chief character, of course, and his wreck everyone and leave, because that's exactly what he did. He wrecked everyone, and then he left, and it was just fantastic. So Roman Reigns, MVD.
All right. That's a good pick. Good pick. I like it. You can pick Roman every week, probably right now. It would make sense. I'm going to go with the one, the only, the Gunther. As I said, this man is he's just on another level right now, dude. Like you said, he does so much with so little. And that was always a flaw that my teachers always told me, was that Denton, you get to the point and you deliver good points, but you talk too much. Stop talking. You can put everything together in less amount of time, right? I would always be like a 2-page paper turned into an 8-page paper and so on. That's just who I always was. I want to get my points across. Gunther is like a prime example of who I want to be. His matches, his promos. This man single-handedly made Damian Priest a babyface star. That's all Gunther. The reason why Priest is there right now is because of Gunther. He cut a promo with possibly top 10 all-time Randy Orton. People might even have him top 5. Randy Orton superstars, and kind of outshined him. He was carrying Randy a little bit. I mean, he was helping him. He was doing his thing. Took a great RKO. I mean, just everything Gunther is doing is money. This man, I've been saying for a long time, should be champion. He's showing why. It's prestige. And after he beats Randy and throws him back over to SmackDown, his aura is going to be even that much bigger. So I'm going to go with Gunther, the ring general. I can't hear you.
Here we go. I'm back.
There you are. Yep.
No, that's a solid pick, man. Gunther is he's the real deal. And the thing that about Gunther is he knows just what he doesn't say much, but he knows just what to say to get under the skin as a fan. Like his whole thing, like they wanted to rename the Judgment Day this week Street Trash. And that's because of a promo that Gunther cut on Damian Priest where he called him Street Trash. And it was like the fans were booing him. So like, and he called the fans Street Trash too. And now that's like catching on, and it's because of Gunther. And this week he was just getting under their skin and like saying that Randy Orton is just like these fans. He's just not quite good enough. It was just good stuff. I mean, everything was good. He knows just what to say in a little bit of time that he has, and he delivers it well. He is underrated on the mic.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And the backhanded compliments are the best of what he does. He compliments you and then brings you right back down. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Pure amazing. So yes, sir. All right. There it went. That's our day. That's our week of WWE. Thank you as always for tuning in. We got more going on. Bash in Berlin is already stacking up. We got a Roman Reigns. Heck yeah, it is. We got a Roman Reigns promo possibly on SmackDown. We got a Fire Raw with Judgment Day and Gunther and Punk and everybody else, and NXT's cooking. Got a lot of good stuff. Don't forget tomorrow too to tune into our AEW edition. If you also watch AEW, we'll talk all things Rampage, Collision, and Dynamite. And as always, if you like hearing me talk and hearing my voice, find me at HBD Denton on all social media outlets. I post as much as I can, and I would love the views. I get the likes, I get the comments. I just need the views, and keep tuning into us too. I appreciate you guys. You guys like the shorts we post. You're liking our videos. Just keep those views going, share it, throw it out there, let people know about Two Dudes, the best pro wrestling podcast in the world. And with me forever is my dude.
At Ryan Enjoys Wrestling. Go follow me on all the social media platforms. I'm also back on TikTok, and I'm getting the views, and I'm just not getting the comments. So go comment on my stuff and go view his stuff. So we'll do a trade-off, but go follow me on all the social platforms. Go hit us up on X at Two Dudes PC. Go follow us at Two Dudes with Attitudes on TikTok. And I know I say it every week, but we are going to get back to making TikTok exclusive content once summer months are over and we have a little bit more time in the day. And then hit us up on Apple and Spotify if you're listening to us there. We appreciate all the love and support. Drop us a 5-star rating and review, and tell everybody who your favorite two dudes on the internet are, and that it's us. Because everything's an algorithm, and we appreciate all the love and support because we're growing, man. We're over 1,200 subscribers on YouTube now. So this is going to be our year, man. We're blowing up. We're the best unknown podcast out there. This is Two Dudes with Attitudes. This is our year. It's the year of the dudes.
Let's go, Wolfpack. Let's go.
Two dudes with attitudes. Let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes. Ruthless, aggressively speaking. So let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. A 5-star broadcast, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E. The two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.